Okay, hello everybody. Today we're here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 in the Cessna Skyhawk C172. We have a whopping 5 nautical mile flight from Sierra 43, Harvey Field, to Whiskey 16 First Air. Both of those are pay-aware, untowered fields sold by Orbx as a bundle, and they are just perfect for general aviation flying. We are flying with WB Sim's C172 Classic Enhancement mod, which will give us even added realism for our flight today. Should be an awesome flight, so let's hop into the pilot seat and get started. Alright, we'll head down here, check that our switches are off, circuit breakers are in, parking brake is set, throttle and mixture are to cut off. Our trim is set to takeoff. We'll push in the fuel shutoff valve, then rotate the fuel selector through each position and back to center. We'll head over here and get the master on along with the beacon. We'll check fuel quantity left and right. Those match what I measured in the fuel tanks. We'll crack the throttle and the mixture. We'll head up here and verify that our prop area is clear. It is. We'll head back down here and get the fuel pump on. Turn the fuel pump back off. Feet on the brakes. Clear prop. And we've got ignition. We'll bring the mixture into rich. Bring up the throttle to 1000 RPM. And we'll head over here and check that we have oil pressure. And we do have oil pressure. Head back down and get our alternator on. Then we'll look up at the annunciator panel after we get on the taxi light and verify that the low voltage light is off, and it is, and we can lean the mixture for ground operations. Bring on bus 1, bus 2 for the avionics. That'll start booting up the Garmins. Now I have to actually turn them on, so let's turn each of those on.
At 1653 Zulu. Wind 320 at 7. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 20,000. Temperature 19er.
Winds are 320 at 7, not too bad. As I dial in the altimeter, I'll open up ForeFlight and take you through the flight brief. So we are departing from S43 Harvey Field. It's an untowered field that's just east of the Seattle Bravo and the Class Delta of Payne Field. If we zoom in to the sectional, you can see that it has RP or right pattern traffic for runway 15 left and 15 right. There's a grass strip and a paved strip. Our destination is First Air, which also has right pattern traffic for runway 7. Now it's a little bit easier to plot out our course if we switch to the satellite view. So if we zoom back to Harvey Field, you can see it's right along the Snohomish River. So we're going to head southeast, crossing the river, and you can see also crossing the river north of our path are train tracks. That's the train that we saw in the montage at the beginning of this video. So we're going to follow the train tracks parallel to them, which should take us right to our destination airport. As we get close, the tracks will join up with Route 2, and that will lead us to Monroe, which will have a whole bunch of buildings very easy to spot just south of the field. So when we spot these white buildings here, we're right on top of the airport. There's also Evergreen Speedway to the east of the airport, so if we hit that, we've gone too far. First Air is challenging and actually similar to a real-life flight that I did to Skyhaven, which I posted a couple videos ago.
Nice and stable so far. You see how you gotta be on center line here? Yeah. There's no messing up. Oh, good.
So there we're talking about the fact that the runway is 2007 by 50 feet wide, so it's both narrow and short.
A Skyhawk is almost the width, the wings are almost the width of this runway.
Now if we pull up First Air, it's 2087 by 34 feet. A Cessna's wings are 36 feet wide, so the Cessna is actually wider than the runway we're landing on. Should be a challenge. Harvey Field traffic, Skyhawk 5207 Quebec, taxi from the ramp to runway 33 right, Harvey Field. Alright, as we get underway here, be sure to check out all of the awesome scenery of Harvey Field. It just goes on, and like many Orbx airports, it's not just limited to the airport. They add landmarks and scenery around the airport. So these being sold as a pair that are only 5 miles apart is fantastic.
Only because there's drone activity
We've got live ATC.net streaming in the background. Even though Harvey Field is an untowered field, we're streaming Payne Field, which is the nearby class Delta. Up here on the right, windsock showing a bit of a crosswind, and we've got a caravan parked there for skydiving. And coming up on our left, we've got a hot air balloon area. Check it out. I love this field, it's so cool. So we're going to stop up here at the hold short lines and do a quick run up. We'll start by verifying that our flight controls are free and correct. Elevator up, elevator down, left aileron down, right aileron down, rudder left, rudder right. That all looks good. Next we've got mixture into full rich, RPMs to 1700. We'll do a magneto check, and we've got a good drop with our mag check. We'll get the landing light on, taxi light off, strobes on. We'll get the transponder reporting altitude. Check, clear left, clear right. Harvey Field traffic, Skyhawk 5207 Quebec, departing runway 33 right. We'll be doing a left downwind departure to the southeast at 1500 Harvey Field. Now 1500 is a really low altitude to cruise at, but we have a pattern altitude of about 1000 at both fields, and they're just shy of 5 miles apart. So that'll put us 500 feet above pattern altitude for a destination field that we'll arrive at in about 3 minutes, and we'll overfly midfield, maneuver for a downwind, and we'll be good to go. So airspeed's alive, engine gauges look good. Coming up on 50, 55, and rotate. And not too bad with a little bit of a crosswind there. So we're going to cross the river to the north. Turn left here onto our left crosswind. Turn left onto our left downwind. We're going to exit here out of the downwind, get a bit of distance from the field as we climb to 1500, and then we're going to make another left turn here again. Look for the railroad tracks. And there they are, you can see them just off the wing. It's that kind of tree line that's bisecting the wing there. Alright, we're on track. Let's sit back and enjoy that awesome flight simulator scenery. All right, first air was challenging. That 30-foot wide field, you had to be dead on with your center line tracking. And as you could see, I came in a bit unstable, so that added to the challenge. We had some wind going on, so you're trying to do a short field landing while really nailing the center of the runway. Both of these payware airports are awesome as a pair, and if you love general aviation flying, get them. You can do touch and goes and practice the pattern going from one to another. I think they are fantastic. I hope you enjoy general aviation flights like this. If you do, be sure to click that like button, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, as always, for flying along with me, and stay tuned for further flight adventures.